'Tis here! Draft day is upon us! Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com.
Damn.
It's here.
It is here.
I hope that wasn't loud in anybody's headphones. I apologize.
It definitely was.
Right off
It
rip.
was loud in my headphones.
I can't. Was it really?
Yeah.
Damn. I backed up a little bit. Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin Mo Rex.
Hello.
We got the Woodward Heavyweights. We got young Chris in the TD booth. We got a special guest today. The honor and privilege of having Flannel Sam in the sound booth. What up, though, man?
Oh, what up, dude? I mean, here's the thing. I've done a lot of spot duty for a lot of shows. Obviously, I'm on BDE every day, but there's nothing quite like being on the heavyweights, man. The atmosphere, three of my best friends here.
Let's go.
What more could a guy want, right?
You changed that to 3 real quick.
Hey, Chris, you know you're my guy.
Yeah,
you're my guy.
2, 3 in my bed.
I did a podcast with you, bro. Like,
Yes.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
my
you guys-
guy. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
did pod
sir.
down
Yes,
this week.
sir. Dropping Saturday. Dropping Saturday.
Hell yeah.
What was it? What's it about?
It's always a pleasure to have you on, Flannel.
Appreciate
was-
it for sure is.
It was about caping, bringing out the cape. So artists, albums, songs you live and die for.
Okay.
You swear by it for whatever reason. What's one for you guys off the top?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kendrick.
Greatest album of all time.
I'm not mad at that take. He's got a better album, but
No, he doesn't.
He does not, Chris.
he does. T-Pap.
Does not. That's probably about it off the top of my head. Kendrick.
I made a rule for myself. I wasn't allowed to bring out any Kendrick in the episode 1.
Black Star's up there for me.
Who?
Like most stuff.
Oh, Los. But maybe not as like an album artist, like just like as like rapper.
It doesn't have to be. Just whatever you cape for.
Los.
Whatever you cape?
Yeah, I've never heard
Yeah.
that, by the way.
Yeah,
You never
Stop
heard the
trying to
term
make-
cape?
Yeah, stop trying to make fetch a thing.
I'm not trying to. It's so fetch. The podcast
so
is so
fetch.
fetch. Make sure you leave it 5 stars.
Hit the like button if you guys haven't already.
After you leave us
5-star
5
review on all
stars.
podcast platforms.
5 stars.
Caping's not a thing. Don't worry. We're moving on. Lots to talk about, I guess.
Oh,
But
yeah.
at the same time, not. Some final mock drafts out of you and I.
Mm-hmm.
I was bewildered last night trying to get that thing together because I want to be right, but I know it's not going to be right. So it's like everything I did my first mock draft. I feel like it was so smooth, so clean. There was like no pressure because like I didn't care about being wrong. But now it's like this is the final one.
Yeah.
Like, would you put like the final on it? It's like fuck.
You got nervous?
I did. I get a little bit nervous. Did you do trades in this one?
No.
No trades.
No.
Stuck to no trade rule. Or just didn't think any trades. would
Stuck
go
to
down?
the no trade rule.
Yeah.
Some trades are definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
Some people are going to move around, but
Which ones you thinking?
I think Arizona's going to trade out
Yeah.
for sure. Houston's talking about trading their 12th pick.
Yep.
See what goes on there. But I definitely think Arizona's not picking there. Arizona's not picking 3.
What do you think, Sam?
I mean, I could see Tennessee trading up to 3. I mean, do you think maybe the Arizona Cardinals could still get Paris Johnson at 11? That's a little bit of a reach, but still, Tennessee needs a quarterback.
I mean,
gotta
they
get
could
someone.
definitely get Darnell Washington
Sure,
or
sure.
Broderick Wright.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it's looking right now. Like through like sources, it's like Paris Johnson Jr.
Mhm.
Or I don't know if it's junior or not, but Paris Johnson would be the pick for the Arizona Cardinals if they stayed there at 3. That's like the number one sign of how unpredictable this draft is actually going to be. Like nobody had that until last night.
Yeah, like the Arizona Cardinals picking Paris Johnson. I mean, it seems like a very Cardinals thing to do, but hey, they got to protect Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see them
They're stuck
trading
with-
down and getting Broderick Jones.
And then we have inside sources. One, and this is like not actually I won't go into the details, but I've also heard like the Detroit Lions may not be picking at 6 or 18. And
Yeah, I
it's
don't
like
know.
likely that they won't be picking at 6 or 18. What do you make of that? I mean,
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. You never know with Brad Holmes. He's going to move around. He's going to do things. He showed us he's not afraid to trade up and get a guy he wants or, move around. You definitely are at a very important position where you can go and you can do different things because you have the 2 picks and you don't have a player really there at 6 that you're like, all right, I need that guy.
Yeah.
And some other teams might. If an Anthony Richardson falls, if a CJ Stroud falls. We'll see. We'll see what's going on.
we gonna see. What do you think about that, Sam? Would you be upset if that's the case?
It's so unpredictable, man. Like at this point, it's hard to even speculate. I mean, 6 and 18 though, they're not necessarily the most prime spots. I'm sure Brad Holmes could get something advantageous if he traded him. It's just I'm so mentally used to looking forward to the 6th and 18th pick. I don't know if my brain can wrap my head around two picks being traded. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be wild. And who's to say like what they get with those picks either?
Yeah.
And is that like a testament to like this draft class being weak? You can say those things, but ultimately there's no judging a draft class until what 2-3 years. I feel like
Take some time at least.
Yeah. 3 years, but probably the stamp I'd put on it for NFL guys. But we promise you, we have tons and tons and tons of draft talk to get into. I'm sure there'll be some breaking news as the show goes on, as we inch closer and closer
Breaking
to the
news
draft.
right before the show.
Breaking news right before the show. Lamar Jackson signed a 5-year, $260 million deal
Yeah.
with Baltimore Ravens.
$185 million guaranteed. It's about $52 million a year,
Yep.
making him the highest paid player in the NFL. Good for him, man. No agent
Yeah.
either.
No agent?
No agent.
So no commission.
It's crazy.
All him? Nice.
Nice.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Facts.
Shout out
What
Push
does that
T.
break down to yearly? Did you do the math on that yet?
What's up?
What does that break down to?
52
yearly?
million. I said
52
it
million.
already.
Yeah.
100%.
Nice.
Nice.
His own agent. Did you know he was his own agent? I'm fucking with you.
I mean, he held out. He didn't do what they wanted him to do, and he got rewarded for it, man. It's, the opposite of Le'Veon Bell. He actually got what he wanted at the end of it. So good for him. That's a lot of fucking money, though. And
There's a lot of money.
they just paid OBJ a lot of money too. So we'll see. We'll see. It looks like the Ravens are all in this year.
How much bread do you think
$50 million.
How much bread do you think they cut off to that dude that was just bothering teams where the NFL had to put out the memo? How much bread do you think Lamar cut off to
He
him?
probably caught a couple M's.
100K.
Yeah.
Just 100. I mean,
Hey,
honestly, if he is just
I'd
some
do
dude,
it for
100K.
100K.
Yeah, exactly.
You spend 52 a year. You could break
Yeah.
him off of M bar.
Yeah, but like, you also don't have to.
Yeah.
100K is like nice still. 250.
I'd
Yeah.
take 100K.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'd take 5K.
Exactly.
I'd take 1K.
Well, hold on. We're not diminishing ourselves that low. We'll take 5K.
Yeah, I'd take 5K.
Congrats to Lamar. There's also some news that they're still like working to get a deal done for DeAndre Hopkins at some point. They're still trying to make that shake, which I would love for that to happen. As much as I'd love to see D-Hop with the Chiefs, I feel like Lamar needs that just so he can like put up or shut up.
Yeah.
No more excuses at
No
that
more
point.
excuses.
Got a good offensive line. Probably maybe want to make an excuse for a running back, whatever, but he can be a running back in some shape or form at times. But if you give him D-Hop and OBJ, that's undoubtedly the best
Yes.
pairing of weapons he's ever had.
By far. And you still got Mark Andrews. J.K. Dobbins look pretty good. They'll have a very nice offense. And
Yeah.
we know all the money they've invested in that defense. You got Marlon Humphrey. You got, why can't I remember his name? Linebacker from the Bears.
Roquan Smith.
Roquan
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah, you got playmakers on all levels. So Ravens could be looking pretty scary next year.
And don't forget, I mean, they limped into the playoffs with freaking a Pro Bowl quarterback, Snoop Huntley. So Lamar, all the rest of those. Where you at with OBJ, by the way, Flynn Sam? Like the hype and knowing the contract that he got. Like, do you think he's like worth it, or you think there's like some speculation or cause for pause, as you say?
It's funny because I'm not impartial when it comes to OBJ. At one point in time when he was with the Giants, having one of the greatest starts to a career in wide receiver history, he was my favorite player in the NFL. But obviously he's had some injuries. He played with Baker Mayfield, which sucked for me because I couldn't root for him anymore. And I just don't know if right now in his career, especially coming off of another injury, even though he was great for the Rams down the stretch and in the playoffs, I don't know if he's worth that. But I'm happy for the guy.
Yeah.
Happy they landed somewhere.
According to Over the Cap, I'm looking at Odell Beckham's cap hits right now, and this year it's actually only $3 million, or 3.9, and the following year to 11. So I think they could afford to make a move for D-Hop.
D-Hop, bring him in. Yeah, I mean, salary cap doesn't exist.
Like too. What'd you say?
Salary cap doesn't exist. They can do whatever they want. They're going to bring in D-Hop.
It exists. You gotta be smart enough to like manipulate that thing.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I mean, I hope it happens. I know you're a residential Chiefs fan. I mean, would you rather see obviously D-Hop on the Chiefs or what?
Well, of course I'd rather see DeAndre Hopkins on the Chiefs, but Patrick Mahomes proved that you can lose one of the best receivers in the league and be just fine. He makes those around him better. Would D-Hop be awesome? Absolutely. Is it going to be that detrimental? No. Lamar needs him more than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. One thing, before we obviously, again, dive deep into football, but I have a basketball fanatic in the TD booth. I have a basketball fanatic to my right. Jimmy Butler just took down the #1 seeded Giannis Antetokounmpo led Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes.
And phenomenal fashion.
Handedly. He's talking shit, too. Down 6 with 2 minutes left. Barking at Drew Holiday saying, I own you.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy shit. Like I said it yesterday or the other day. He has the most dog in him out of any professional athlete on the planet.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is the dog. Like, he is him. He now has the most 40-point-plus games in the playoffs in Miami Heat history.
That's insane.
That's more than LeBron James, more than Dwayne Wade, more than Alonzo Mourning, more than Shaquille O'Neal. Like,
do we assess it?
It's Jimmy Butler.
He's definitely Jimmy Butler. But do we assess it as, like, him being, like, the guy, like, the sole guy on that team, kind of? Versus, like, LeBron, D-Wade having, like, split shares.
Doesn't
Chris
matter.
Bosh.
Doesn't matter.
Why?
It's prime LeBron James.
But still,
And
splitting,
even
splitting
D-Wade,
time
when
and buckets
D-Wade
with
was
other
him
guys.
in the play before LeBron James got there, and D-Wade was him.
Yeah.
It's Jimmy Butler getting after it.
Yeah.
It's goated. It's one of the most storied franchises in the history of the NBA, and Jimmy Butler's at the top of that list.
For scoring. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no denying Jimmy Butler. I hope he was kind of sad about it, though.
Knicks in 5.
Get the yeah, you're 6.
I don't know.
Knicks in 5.
6. Wait, actually, didn't Randall get hurt last night?
You did.
What was the status in that? What is the
I
status?
don't think it's nothing serious.
TBD.
Yeah,
TBD.
Yeah.
nothing serious.
Chris, your reactions to Jimmy Butler, because he also made you put some egg on your face too.
Yeah, because I was ready. I called it on here that Milwaukee was going to win. I thought they were definitely the better team. But Jimmy Butler, I wanted to be clear, nothing was ever disrespected towards Jimmy Butler the Great. It was just about the supporting cast around him. But Jimmy balled out, man. It's incredible to see. Literally already cemented himself in Heat franchise history, which is something that I didn't expect when he went there. Like, I thought, he was going to be good for them and all of that. But like Spencer said, I mean, the dude is, you're going to name 1 or 2 names before him in Heat history. Maybe only 1 by the time it's all said and done. So the fact that he turned a pit stop, what was thought to be a pit stop, into, being the heart and soul of a franchise is impressive, man. But I'm worried about the Knicks, though. Like, I'm not ready to write off Miami because, 1, I don't want to be wrong again when they prove me wrong. But two, I mean, you got to think about Randall is struggling in the playoffs, has struggled all playoffs. All they really got to do is stop Brunson. I know they're deep, but at the end of the day, Miami's got this defense, and if you can bother Jalen Brunson with Kyle Lowry and them boys, I mean, we seen Jimmy Butler outduel Giannis. Why can't he outduel Jalen Brunson?
No, he'll definitely outdo Jalen Brunson. Yeah. That's a fair point, though.
Knicks in 5.
I guess because I do have the residential legend killer in the building, and you mentioned it. I'm thinking, like, all due respect to Jimmy Butler, what he's doing is like memorable moments, but like, I don't know, man. LeBron, D Wade, but they got rings, man. Like,
yeah.
So we see like Jimmy along that
handful. He did go to the
finals. He did go to the finals, but like,
Yeah, nobody cares about going to the finals. Going to the finals doesn't matter.
yeah, going to the finals mattered. Like, LeBron would get a lot more respect around this place. How do you
So
taking the Jimmy Butler historic run?
Well, the Jimmy Butler thing, he's obviously amazing. We have to put it into context, though, that Giannis Antetokounmpo missed basically half the series with injury. But in the last 2 games, Giannis played, and Jimmy Butler averaged an absurd in the last 2 games, 49 points per game. Absolutely unbelievable. That being said, though, I don't care what anybody says. The greatest Miami Heat player of all time is LeBron James.
No,
for
it's
sure.
not.
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah,
Dwayne
yes.
Wade.
It's LeBron James.
You just talked about winning rings, right?
Yeah,
Dwayne Wade has more rings with the Heat than LeBron does.
that's just like a bullshit argument, though.
How? You
Because
just
he
made
got
that
the other
argument.
ones with
factual.
LeBron. It's factual.
Yeah, so him and LeBron did the same amount of winning while they were together, and D Wade did more when LeBron wasn't there.
No, D-Wade would have won when LeBron wasn't there.
Yeah,
in the
exactly. So
sketchiest
that's
finals.
more than when LeBron wasn't there. He did more. He won more.
No.
When LeBron wasn't
No,
there.
because it went 2 with LeBron.
Yeah, and he was there for those 2.
Exactly. So you can't say he did more before LeBron. They won 2 with LeBron.
He won
did.
more with the Heat when LeBron was there. Like, he won more.
What do you mean?
The math is math.
He won with LeBron.
Okay.
And won more when LeBron wasn't there.
When he wasn't there.
Like, he continued to win. He won more. Won more things.
Rings. Well,
yes, he won another ring, which is more than the 2 that he already has.
No, because 2 is greater than 1.
Yeah, but 3 is greater than 2.
But the 2 came alongside LeBron James' coattails. Who got the
and
finals
he won
MVP in
more
those
when
series?
LeBron wasn't there. Wait, what?
Who got the finals MVP in those series?
LeBron.
James.
Okay.
How many years did he play there?
4.
Yeah,
Was the
he's
best
not the best player
on
in Heat
Earth.
history.
He's the best. He was
Every
the
year
best
he was
player in
there.
Heat history.
No,
Come
he's
on.
not.
You're ridiculous.
Do
right
it. This.
now. You're ridiculous right now.
That's like saying LeBron's the best
I
player.
think y'all
in the league.
disrespecting Haslam personally.
According to what's his name's nephew.
Yeah,
Tell us about Big Boy.
I will, because Big Boy Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. Try the classic breakfast items like strawberry hotcakes and mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with a refreshing summer splash salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including the berry delicious classic strawberry pie, deep fried vanilla Oreos, or strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Introducing the off steam. Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You can get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals, so they beat all competitors by
$5.
by $5. And while you're there, do yourself a favor. Don't forget to pick up that Australian Gold Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Y'all know where to go. Head over to ChiliPeppersTanning.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your Booties. Joined by my guy Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We got young Chris, the Titty Boo. JB Smooth, the 1s and 2s.
No, we don't have JB Smooth on 1s and 2s.
Oh, I'm so used to saying that.
Yeah.
I got fun Sam on the 1s and 2s. Appreciate you. Can we turn that off? Next commercial break. It's cold in this piece.
Yeah.
My nose getting a little bit.
I can turn it off.
I appreciate you. All right. We're talking draft. I just put Devon Witherspoon react. Just because last year, consistently, I don't know how long until they actually got it wrong. But Devon Witherspoon's the favorite for the Detroit Lions right now, according to Circa Sportsbook. Last year, the sports books were right on the money for almost every single pick.
Mm-hmm.
Devon Witherspoon at 6. You might as well get the reaction in right now. No, I mean,
I don't know. You said your insider told you that they're not going to be at 6.
Insiders said, yeah, they're not going to be at 6. But according to the sports books, the number 6 pick is Devon Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
But if they stay, then it's probably going to be.
Do you think that's how it's going to shake out, though? There's not going to be anybody that falls,
What?
like a Stroud Young or a Stroud or a Anderson or Carter.
I can't say for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if I'm just going off of sports books, Circa Sportsbook, shout out. Probably, yeah. Just based off last year, the resume is looking pretty clean on them. No, Flint on Sam. I mean, do you know how long they were on a run before the sports books actually got a favorite wrong in last year's draft?
I am not sure about that one, but I don't think it's nothing. I mean, Devon Witherspoon has been consistently mocked to the Detroit Lions. Honestly, if you want my reaction first, it wouldn't be my favorite scenario. I like Devon Witherspoon as a player, but that probably means that a lot of the dream scenarios for the Lions fell apart. And I obviously don't want that to happen. I think he's a good player, just not a great value at 6.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going with it too. Is like we've already had those scenarios broken down to us before. We kind of like had dream scenarios crumble in our hands. We spoke with Russ this week. We both hit him with an F.
Yeah, that was a piece of shit move by Russ.
With that said, give us your reaction to Devon Witherspoon, number 6 pick overall.
I mean, I don't hate it. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be overjoyed. It's if there's nobody else there, if he is the last piece remaining out of good players, then that's what you got to do. If you can't move away from it, you can't trade up, you can't trade down, and Jalen Carter and Will Anderson aren't there. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all.
I'm looking on. I'm trying to see right now how many picks in a row they got last year until they got one wrong. And obviously they're not saying like single picks, but like what they have is the favorite. But I'm not tripping over Devon Witherspoon. It's crazy enough though. Out of all people to convince me a little bit away from it was Sean from Dispo when he spoke on him. And this argument's been made to me before. Maybe it's because I was a little high then. I don't know. But when he said he has been looked in as the same light as like Sauce Gardner or Jalen Ramsey or Surtain or any of those guys, and I was like, that's fair. Yeah. But at the same time, you look at Devon Witherspoon's like resume. I don't think he's ever been looked at that. Like he was unranked
prospect coming out of high school.
He's always had it up against someone. I mean, up until this point, he's always performed to that level too. And to the beef where there's people saying like, oh, he played in the Big Ten, didn't we face a lot of wide receivers? Who did Sauce Gardner play in the fucking whatever division conference that was?
They played Bama
in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. And Nick Saban said we're not targeting Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
So that gets drafted in the first round alone.
But I mean,
that's top 10 pick.
Similar story spoken about Devon Witherspoon too. Unfortunately enough, though, his team didn't go to the playoffs to face the Bama.
Who said we're not targeting Devon Witherspoon?
The coaches that played Devon Witherspoon, they didn't throw to him.
Nick Saban literally said it.
Yeah, but he didn't play Nick Saban for that to be said. But in other like the teams he played like this year, no, he wasn't targeted often. And when he was targeted, nothing.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of nothing, especially in man coverage. It is. I mean, I'm accepting this for what it is. I guess. I mean, where you at with it, Flannel Sam?
Well, I mean, you mentioned how he was pretty locked down, even though it was in the Big Ten. Last year, he allowed only a 35% completion percentage when targeted. That's phenomenal, albeit not always against top-tier wide receivers, but that still is not nothing. 14 pass breakups, 3 interceptions, and for what it's worth, when Michigan played Illinois at the Big House, Devon Witherspoon was the guy, to me, that really flashed off the screen. It was him and Chase Brown. Devon Witherspoon, I think he is probably the best cornerback prospect in this draft, and at this point, I mean, there's a chance that he falls. There's a chance that the dream scenarios crumble, and even if he's not Sauce Gardner or Patrick Surtain or Jalen Ramsey or anything like that, those are upper tier. He could even be slightly a tier below that and still be an okay pick.
Yeah, like a J.C. Horn.
Sure, like a J.C. Horn. That's a perfect example. Or like maybe like a Casey Hayward or something like that, old Charger player. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't be pounding the table, but there's not a lot of juice to Devon Witherspoon. I think the reaction at Fifth Avenue would be a lot of like golf claps.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. And the other part of it too is like, again, I don't care that he played in the Big Ten, especially again with Sauce. Yeah, you had the one situation with Nick Saban, but still, outside of the one situation with Nick Saban, who the fuck did he play at the wide receiver position? You know, it's a similar situation with Devon Witherspoon in this one. And then the other thing too is like, I feel like another part of it is like we didn't really know about him up until this point. You know, he came on late for the general public. And before it was Christian Gonzalez and Joey Porter and Cam Smith, and Keely Ringo was like the number one guy.
Yeah,
considered the number one guy.
Remember those days?
Yeah, it's crazy how shit changes.
He's going like the third round now.
Yeah, but again, like he kind of got exposed in that Ohio State game. Granted, Ohio State has great receivers. C.J. Stroud's pretty damn good quarterback too, but I don't know, man. I guess I'm trying to get the feel of Detroit Lions fans, and there's a little bit of PTSD there too with the Jeff Okudah situation. But I think we have to be responsible and consider the fact that this is a whole different regime making the pick, you know? And it's not number 3 overall.
Yeah.
Like, I have no problem taking good players. We take good players, but, like, I'll never be comfortable taking a cornerback number 3 overall. To be honest.
Never again. I'll never again be comfortable with that. But like you said, I'm fine. I trust Brad Holmes. So if that's his guy, if he identifies him as the best talent available, the best player available at 6 and takes him, I'm not going to say anything about it. And I'm going to expect him to be a great player.
You still bricked for the pick?
Yeah.
I am too.
Like I said, though, I'm kind of draft fatigued. Like, I'm ready for this to be done with.
Just to find out.
And just to be over, like, the speculations and talking about it.
Another stamp of validation, too, is...
I don't even know how Neil does that.
Go ahead, do it again.
All right.
Ready? Another stamp of validation, though, is, like, obviously the Paris Johnson stuff's coming out, too, for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
But if I'm not mistaken, let me double-check, too, while I have it open here. Devon Witherspoon was reportedly, like, the second or third favorite for them.
Yeah, the Cardinals like him a lot.
And that's over, like, Will Anderson. Like, that's...
Cardinals like him a lot. You'll see in my my mock draft how much I think the Cardinals like him.
Right now, it's plus 105, C.J. Stroud to be the 3rd overall pick. And consider this, too. Like, this is, like, with a trade in mind as well. It may not be necessarily the Cardinals making the pick.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know.
I'm excited, though, bro. We've been waiting so long. We've been talking about this shit for like 3 months.
Yeah.
It's finally fucking here.
Scared. Stop not scared. Stop not scared. Stop not
It's literally
scared.
here. We are
brick for the pick, baby.
T-minus probably 3 hours until the Lions make their pick.
Ah, so long.
The Detroit Lions select
Will Anderson, edge, Alabama.
We'll find out, man, because this is your first
Shirt coming off. If they take Will Anderson or Jalen Carter, I'm taking my shirt off.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I know you are.
The pick. Not you with your shirt off. Speaking of you and picks, you did a full first-round mock draft, the first and final of the 2023.
So did you.
Well, this is my second one.
Oh,
but my final one, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see yours.
This is the first one I've done, yeah.
I hate mine, by the way.
I like mine.
I'm not a fan of mine.
Mine's pretty, I like mine. There are some shits that kind of scare me, like with other NFC North teams.
Yeah.
When I saw them grab some guys, or like I took a guy here.
Yeah.
Like the Vikings take.
That's what happened in my first
blah, blah,
one.
blah. I was like, oh. I was like, no. Like Packers take. I was like, oh. So I'm excited to do that, though. It was fun. It was fun to get out of the Honolulu blue goggles and be like, all right, this team needs this.
It is.
I can see them grabbing him here.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to get to it. Lions fans probably be upset with some of the picks you made for those division rivals, and they might need some SMA in their life.
They might, and good thing we have it for you. SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, make sure you head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
You've heard of Gordon Ramsay. You've heard of Bobby Flay. But Thursday night Master Chef Brad Holmes will be in the kitchen with all of the ingredients needed to make a great dish on draft night. Join Woodward Sports for our 3rd annual Woodward Sports Draft Party live at 5th Avenue in Royal Oak. The past 2 years, these parties have been standing room only, so get your tickets early at eventbrite.com. Don't miss out on all the fun with Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, and the entire Woodward Sports crew. The party starts at 7:30 p.m. Don't miss the biggest draft party in the Motor City, brought to you by the biggest network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. We're going to join my guy, Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Yeah, young Chris in the TV booth. JB Smooth, the ones and twos. Rocking along on a Thursday.
We don't have JB Smooth.
It's draft day.
Yeah, JB's not here.
I know, but it's whatever.
Show Sam Flannel some respect.
I'm the only one that shows this guy respect. This guy's nickname's been Flannel Sam. It's always been Flannel Sam. He had a podcast before joining the network. It was Flannel Sam and the Beach Boys.
It was Flannel Sam the Sportsman.
Flannel Sam Sportsman? Was that what it's called?
Damn, looking back, that was pretty cringe. But Flannel Sam has caught on. I appreciate that.
But it was Flannel Sam. And the fucking... Neil could be D-backs, but I don't want to pull a hard douche on him. But just to change his name to Sam Flannel. It was just, I'm the only one that showed the guy respect. All right,
I'm just calling him
carrying on the name he asked to be called.
Called him the wrong person twice.
That's fine, but I say that every single time I come back from break. But I call him by his name when I speak to him.
Yeah.
Not Sam Flannel, Flannel Sam. Get it right, damn it. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. Spinny, you have a mock draft to get to.
I do. I did a whole first round mock. Every team in the NFL where they're going to be picking and who they're going to pick. I'll say right now, I didn't do any trades. We've been pretty lockstep with that, with all of our mocks.
Yes, I switched it up.
We don't really do trades, so Chris put it up there first. We'll start from the bottom and go to the top.
All right, here you go.
So here we go. I got these young guys going. I got the Chiefs taking edge rusher. I got the Eagles getting a tackle to replace Lane Johnson, who's going to be gone. Deontay Banks to the Saints. Osiris Torrance to the Bengals. Luke Van Ness, get in there in Buffalo. Michael Mayer going into Dallas to replace Dalton Schultz. Quentin Johnston to the Giants. They're in desperate need of receiver help. You got Darnell Wright going to protect Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. Brian Branch to the Vikings. Because, they lost Harrison Smith. And I looked at that one and I was like, ooh, that's the one I didn't like. That's the one kind of hurt me. Because I think Brian Branch is going to be really good. Zay Flowers to the Ravens to pair with Odell Beckham Jr. Jordan Addison to the Chargers. They need a receiver too. Emmanuel Forbes to the Seahawks. Miles Murphy to the Buccaneers. Kalijah Kancey at 18 to the Detroit Lions. I was thinking about this. I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, it fits. You need some help there. He's a big body. You can put him in there. Use him sparingly. Kalijah Kancey at 18 to the Lions. Joey Porter Jr. went one pick before that to Pittsburgh.
Emmanuel Forbes at 20.
Emmanuel Forbes at 20. And then we got Nolan Smith going to Washington because we've heard about them maybe getting rid of both Chase Young and Montez Sweat.
Real quick, because we got to stretch a segment out of this one. Can the Emmanuel Forbes at 20, how'd you come down to that one? Or just...
I like Emmanuel Forbes. I think he's a long, good in man coverage corner that'll fit in well in Seattle and what they like to do. They're already doing it pretty well with I can't remember his name.
Isn't it Kobe?
Jack Jones? No, Jack Jones is New England.
Yeah.
What was the rookie corner from Seattle this last year?
Isn't it Kobe something?
Tariq Woolen.
Tariq Woolen.
They
do have Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, they do have Kobe Bryant, who was actually pretty solid too.
Yeah, he was all right.
That's why I was wondering Forbes.
Emmanuel Forbes there. I like Kalijah Kancey at 18. I think that's a good pick. I was never off the Kalijah Kancey train, but just not at 6. Not at 6.
Yeah, it's still as a fit, just in general for me too, just feels a little weird just because of how undersized I feel like that the team would be. Yeah. Especially in terms of run defense, And I don't know, because that was one of the knocks on it when we talked about it at 6.
Yeah.
That issue still exists, if he was the pick at 18.
For sure. Yeah, but you're not investing nearly as much into him.
Yeah. I mean, there's that, but again, I just the fit in general. But again, Brad Holmes, I don't think he tends to care about that stuff. He's spoken about not caring about that stuff with depth charts, more so like the player, pound for pound, BPA is where he's at with that one. But I understand, again, honor and privilege to have you in the building. What is your take on that one?
Kalijah Kancey at 18, I think, can potentially be a good value depending on what you get at 6. Because obviously the Lions, arguably their biggest need is an interior defensive lineman to help with the run defense. And Kalijah Kancey, I agree with Spenny, not at 6, but at 18, I mean, and the thing about Kalijah Kancey, too, that I think has become a little bit of a false narrative is that he did make big plays at Pitt. He had the same amount of sacks the last 2 seasons at Pitt as Tyree Wilson did at Texas Tech. Those are just the numbers. He had double-digit tackles for loss in both of those seasons as well. And we all know what he provides Pitt in run defense. He's a little undersized. That's the only knock. But at 18, I think, depending on what the Lions do at 6, Kalijah Kancey could actually be a bit of a steal.
Yeah. I think obviously, like you said, both of you guys said, settles in the stomach better at 18, obviously, than 6. But I still just don't know. I don't know how it would fit alongside us. But they need a defensive tackle nonetheless. He is the traits of what he has. I call him a little Tasmanian devil, dude. He's fucking aggressive. Cansey.
Elijah Cansey.
Yeah, when he's rushing the passer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Seems like a Dan Campbell kind of guy too.
Yeah.
So if he's there at 18, I wouldn't mind them grabbing him either.
Chris, we throw that his mock back on the board too.
Yep.
I just want to see the picks a little bit after to see who was there. If there's anybody that I would even like care to say was better or I'd rather have.
Yeah.
What do you have? 19 Murphy. That might be one, but that's even like a maybe. There's nothing there I'd say for certain that I'd say you should have taken over Cansey. So I got no beef with that one. Where you have the Luke Van Ness hype?
Huh?
Where you have the Luke Van Ness?
I mean, I think he'll be good. I think he's got a lot of measurables. I don't love him per se, but I think he'll be a good player.
I think Banks might go a little bit early too. He actually like low-key killed at the combine.
Yeah.
But I apologize. Carry on.
I like Deontay Banks.
Yeah, I like Deontay Banks a lot too.
So at 16, I've got Nolan Smith because, like we talked about, the Commanders are talking about moving on from both Chase Young and Montez Sweat. So they're going to need somebody to get after the quarterback. I think Nolan Smith is great at there. At 15, Broderick Jones going to the Jets. Nobody knows what's going on with Mekhi Becton, if he's going to be healthy, if he'll ever be healthy. So to get one of the best tackle prospects in this draft, I think is very good. Christian Gonzalez goes to New England at 14. I think that's just like almost a lock. Like I would put so much. He just seems like a New England guy. He seems like a Patriots cornerback. He fit their scheme very well, and that's a guy I could see going there. Got Dalton Kincaid going to Green Bay at 13. Finally grab a weapon in the first round. He's a guy, he has leapfrogged Michael Mayer to be the presumed number 1 tight end off the board. Bless you. He's a big guy, makes a lot of plays, good in blocking as well. I think he'd fit in pretty well in Green Bay. Then I got Jackson Smith and Jigba going to the Texans at 12. They need a guy who's going to make plays for them on the outside, and that's what he does. He's the best wide receiver prospect in this draft. He is extremely impressive as a player, and I think he'd fit in well with Houston, depending on who they get with their first pick. And then I got Anthony Richardson going to the Titans at 11. Because we've already heard they hate Malik Willis. They're over Malik Willis.
Spit on him.
They spit
during lunch periods.
Nothing they like about Malik Willis. And I think, they'd take a shot on a guy like Anthony Richardson, who might be a little bit of a reach, or definitely a project, but they've got enough time they're not winning anything anytime soon, especially if they're moving on from Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a good spot for him. Then I got my top 10. This is where it gets a little saucy, a little juicy. I like some of these picks in here. Bijan Robinson at 10 to the Eagles. It's just a match made in heaven. You put him in that backfield with Jalen Hurts in front of him, the best offensive line in the NFL, he will go absolutely ballistic. What I think the Bears should do, and what I definitely think they're going to do, is take Paris Johnson Jr. or Skoransky, whoever is available to them there, because their offensive line is dog water.
Yeah.
And they need somebody in there. I think Paris Johnson is the best tackle prospect in this draft, and putting him in Chicago just makes sense to me. And then I got Peter Skoransky going right before him to the Falcons, who they're getting weapons. They don't have a quarterback yet. So I thought about going Anthony Richardson here, but I think they could take a similar route as the Lions, get Skoransky, kind of meld that offensive line with Lidstrom, Skoransky, and a couple more guys, and have a legit unit to go with some of those weapons they have on the outside. Now I got C.J. Stroud going to the Raiders at 7, because Jimmy Garoppolo's he's a placeholder. If C.J. Stroud falls to you at 7, you got to take him.
Yeah.
Will Anderson to the Lions.
Fan, there's a true commitment to Jimmy G as my fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
Blow my fucking toe off, dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Will Anderson to the Lions at 6. This is a dream scenario. Obviously, my dream scenario would be Jalen Carter, but Will Anderson is not a consolation prize by any sense of the means. He is my number 1 player on my big board. I think he's the best player in this draft. The guy's an absolute demon. And putting him in, we talked about a NASCAR package with him at outside linebacker, James Houston at defensive end, Kaminsky and Pascal in the middle, and then Hutchinson on the opposite defensive end would just be an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. And we hear about him slipping. We hear about Tyree Wilson going first. We hear about different things like that. And so I have him going to the Lions. And I was pretty fucking happy about it, too. Not going to lie.
With the Anderson pick, because I know you did a lot of homework on Will Anderson earlier, like throughout the regular season when shit was looking bad. And is it the linebacker, because Spinny talks about putting him in a linebacker, but did he ever actually like drop back and like play like a linebacker position, or was it more so like always like edge? I feel like.
I mean, he has the ability to cover. He was used in multiple different packages. Obviously, his strength is being an edge rusher, which he did as well as any college edge rusher that I've personally ever seen. It's funny that I mentioned Kalijah Kancey at 18, given the number 6 pick would be a perfect fit. If Will Anderson is the number 6 overall pick, if he falls to the Detroit Lions, I personally think that Will Anderson challenges for the rookie sack record next season, which is 14.5. I think he has more sacks than Aiden Hutchinson did last year. I think he leads the Lions in sacks right away. And then if you pair him with Kalijah Kancey, who basically probably fills or helps to fill the biggest need on the team, this is a top 15 defense next season. Yeah. No doubt about it. Maybe top 10.
Yeah, I feel a lot better about that Kancey pick now that I know you took Will Anderson at 6. Like, that feels way. Because again, like the concern I said with Kancey was like the undersized like defensive line at that point, because we have Houston. But if it's not Houston and it's Will Anderson, that's a different story. Yeah. Justin Fields. Hope you're ready for it.
I hope you're ready for that.
Hope Pete Skransky's ready for it.
Jordan Love, I hope you're ready for that. All right, let me get to this top 5 now, because this is something that hurt my heart to do, but I think it's the.
You want to do it when we come back from break?
Possibility.
You want to tease it for break?
We can do it.
We can do it real fast.
All right.
This is the top 5. Jalen Carter to the Seahawks. I think that's just going to happen. The writing is on the wall. If he's there, the Seahawks are probably going to take him. Another one you could set in stone, Will Levis to the Colts. He looks like a quarterback for the Colts. And that's all I got to say about it. No, the Mannings love him. A lot of different people love him. The Colts love him. So Will Levis is going to the Colts. Devon Witherspoon at 3 to the Cardinals. We talked with Russ Brown about this. He had that in his mock draft that he showed us. I don't think that he goes there, but I don't think Arizona's there to make that pick. So whoever trades with Arizona is where Arizona is going to get Devon Witherspoon, because they love that guy. They love him, very high on him. So it might not be in the 3 spot, but I could definitely see Arizona taking Devon Witherspoon. And then I bought into the hype. Tyree Wilson 2 to Houston. D'Amico Ryans seems like a guy that will fit everything that he wants out of a big, steadfast defensive end to start building his team around. And then number 1, Bryce Young, because they already said they're doing it.
Yeah, I think they're like nutritionists, like gave away like a plan to bulk them up and everything like that. Yeah. All right. Well, let me tell you guys about Alta, because at Alta Equipment,
uptime
matters. Alta Equipment's got everything you need to get the job done. Got a big project coming up? Alta Rent's got you covered. Make sure you guys give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment, where
uptime
matters. The Woodward Heavyweights will be right back.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined with my guys, Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We got young Chris in the T booth. Flannel Sam.
There we go.
Although he does resemble JB.
Spike Lee?
Just a little bit. You put camera Sam, I just got to do a study of his face real quick. Yeah.
Spike Lee.
Yeah. Maybe just like a little bit shorter. I could see it.
Yeah.
Oh, the height, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
It's that the hair is a little different.
You guys
too.
actually are kind of just like opposites.
Looks-wise, for sure.
Yeah.
But JB's my guy, though. We're actually very, very similar, I think, in temperament. That's why we're so easy to work with.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've seen you get pretty pissed off.
Oh, yeah, I certainly have.
As
Hey,
recent
you've
as this
made me
week.
pissed off before.
Did I?
Yeah.
When was it?
Oh, when I was wearing the hot dog suit and you gave Aaron Glenn a pass for that debacle, give it up 48 to the Seahawks. Although 7 of it was a pick 6, that's fair, but that's still 41 points.
Yeah.
Remember when Beth tortured him with waterboarded him
Ah,
with ketchup?
She tried to say, I didn't like it. And then you replay it. She's smiling the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what do you mean you didn't like it?
She's
I feel so bad for her because that night she's the one who truly suffered.
Yeah.
Oh, no. She enjoyed every ounce that
I've seen
went
Flannel
into
get
your
pissed
mouth.
a couple times. It's funny every time.
What'd you say?
I said it's funny when Sam gets mad.
It is pretty funny.
He
when the
almost
headset
did
gets
it.
thrown,
Yeah, he
that's the
almost
bet.
did it the other day. He like grabbed the headset,
I saw
flipped the
him get
camera
ready.
to him real fast.
Yeah.
But he didn't do
Oh,
it.
I know. I held restraint, but Neil's I mean this with all
Neil's
love.
a motherfucker.
Neil's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil's
Yes.
a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. He pokes
Spence,
the bear.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gotten me a couple times.
He's like, it's like the dirtiest.
Yeah.
Like, he'll sit there and he'll bash you for the Malik Willis stuff, but like, Neil was on the Malik Willis train.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was kind of spearheaded in a way, but somehow that's why he's a motherfucker. He dodged it.
Yeah.
He dodged all the criticism about it. But, by the way, update on your Aaron Glenn. Like, what were your feelings on him now?
Oh, I mean, I'm all for him being the DC going forward.
See?
Those last 10 games were very, very good. In
were really
hindsight, you were right. That was still a terrible performance, but Aaron Glenn did get it together.
He did. Those guys got a lot more experience behind them. Can't wait to see what they grab for him this year, too. I don't necessarily think it's going to be in the first round, but I do have my final mock draft for the 2023 NFL draft. I'm not in love with it. All right, so I'm going to break this thing down, but I'm also nitpick a couple of the picks I got here, too. But
starting from the bottom.
Started from the bottom. Now we here. Pick 31. 31 done. I got Quentin Johnston to the Kansas City Chiefs. I would love to expound on that one, but we have a Patrick Mahomes standing in the building. How do you feel about that pick?
Well, Quentin Johnston, coincidentally enough, is my favorite wide receiver in this draft. And I think if he goes to the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that needs a wide receiver, even though they have Travis Kelce as tight end, I think that Quentin Johnston could contend for Offensive Rookie of the Year. In that offense, with his potential, it wouldn't shock me at all. It would be a great pick for the Chiefs if Quentin Johnston falls to them.
And correct me if I'm wrong, isn't there like some like background between like his parents and Mahomes' parents? Like they have like a.
Oh, is that a thing? I actually don't know.
I think I read that somewhere. I could be totally wrong with that one. I could have just missed. Because to be honest with you, I didn't read it anywhere. I heard it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I could have just misheard that situation there. But all right, continuing on the draft, I had to stop at that one because we had a flannel Sam stand for Patrick Mahomes in the building.
Mm-hmm.
But following with that one, before that one, I should say, which just may not happen, but I could also see happening. Kalijah Kancey falling down all the way to 30, going to a team that loves their defensive tackles, love defensive line, offensive line. Obviously, it sounds like they want to address it this year too. Kalijah Kancey falling to the Philadelphia Eagles at 30, which, to be honest with you, I think that'd be like a primo spot for him to go.
Yeah.
My concern with him was like the size against the run. You'd be pairing him with Jordan Davis at that point. That's just,
the ultimate size.
yeah, the ultimate size. You don't have too many concerns about size.
Ultimate size.
One guy's definitely got to get double teamed there.
Yeah.
And it gives Kalijah Kancey a one-on-one opportunity to fucking destroy whoever he's going against. So I think that's an ideal landing spot for him. Before that, I had another defensive tackle, Brian Brisset, landing with the New Orleans Saints. I think they're another organization that prides himself off defense. We got Dan Cable and AG from them too. I think defense is like their strong suit. Brian Brisset, quietly, one of the guys I think is like, maybe it's not a hot take because he's a first round, second round like prospect, but I think he could be a beast in the league.
Sam wanted him at 6.
At one time, I wouldn't say that now. At one time I did. But I've always been higher on Brian Brzee than I think the average person. It wouldn't shock me at all if he goes top 20.
Yeah.
If it were me, I would consider taking him above Kalijah Kancey, but I'm not going to die on that hill.
I would be with you on that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
Okay. Before then, I had Emmanuel Forbes, also my first round, but to the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, to be honest with you, at this point in the draft, I really wanted to give them an offensive lineman to protect Joe Burrow, but I just took too many before him. for that to be the case. And according to my mock draft simulator that I used, it was a position of need for them was defensive back. So why not grab a playmaker Emmanuel Forbes? Maybe they can make something out of him. Will McDonald, edge rusher to the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, they did invest in my man Von Miller. He had an ACL tear. He's also getting up there in age too. And the defense is like, as much as we gave that team credit to be favorites, I think it was a lot more in the back of Josh Allen than anything else.
Well, their secondary was hurt all year last year.
That's fair. But come playoff time, though, those guys were healthy and just got absolutely abused by the Cincinnati Bengals in the snow.
Yeah.
Like in the snow where that shit's like not supposed to happen. It was crazy to me. So I think they could use some defense, especially if Joe Burrow's going to continue to haunt them. They need somebody to go and hunt him down a little bit there. And I don't know that Will McDonald's even a first-round pick. This is why I start to not like my mock draft. It's like shit like that. But at number 26, I gave Jahmyr Gibbs to the Dallas Cowboys. I think obviously you have the injury situation going on with Pollard.
Tony Pollard.
I think Tony Pollard's out cold, by the way, too.
He's a dog.
Unfortunately, he is injured to start the season. As a team that wants to contend, and they also obviously cut Ezekiel Elliott too. So I think it's just one of those fuck you
Zeke's
picks.
not their backup center anymore.
Yep, and they're kind of like a situation too, like the Lions, where like they kind of can just go wherever. If you look at the Dallas Cowboys, the defense looks nice, both from the linebacking to defensive line to a little bit of the secondary. Maybe they go secondary. I like your pick though too for tight end.
Yeah,
I like that one too. But
they lost. I mean, they got Ferguson and another tight end that looked pretty good when Dalton Knox was hurt. Or Dalton Knox.
Schultz?
Dalton Schultz,
Yeah.
Dawson Knox, Dalton Schultz, same thing.
You're good.
Why
people look the same to me, bro?
They're literally the same player. When Dalton Schultz was hurt, they had a couple good backups, but I like Michael Mayer to them because they always have a great tight end. They always have a great tight end, and I don't think either of the guys they have behind Dalton Schultz is going to be great.
Yeah. Before him, NFC East rival, New York Giants, have taken Zay Flowers with the 25th overall pick. You look at what the Dabo did with the little bit of weaponry he had there in that offense. It was very, very impressive. I don't see why you wouldn't want to give him more to work with so he could just do more.
I gave him Quentin Johnston.
Yep. I mean, you made the commitment to Daniel Jones, too, for at least 3 years. So give him somebody to throw to, somebody who can make some plays. I think Zay Flowers can be that at the NFL level. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars should grab some protection for Trevor Lawrence. I think he looks very promising as a quarterback in the NFL. So I grabbed Osiris Torrance as a inner protection for them. And then I grabbed Luke Van Ness to a division rival, Minnesota Vikings. How you guys feeling about that one? Not scared? Scared?
Not scared at all.
Yeah. Scared, not stoked?
Backup defensive end from Iowa. I mean, I think he's going to be good, but I'm not like, oh, no, they got Lucas Van Ness. Yeah. I was more scared of Brian Branch going there.
Yeah, it's fair. Brian Branch, like, excellent college tape, but he just didn't test well.
Yeah.
It seemed like. Luke Van Ness, Sam, to division rival Minnesota Vikings. How you feel?
That doesn't really scare me. I'm kind of like Spenny. Brian Branch would actually fulfill a need. I mean, the Vikings already have Daniil Hunter and Zadarius Smith. I mean, you can never have too many edge rushers, but to me, Lucas Van Ness, he projects to me as a solid pro. Yeah. And that's about it.
Yep, that's where I'm at too. And it's actually how I feel about the guy who's taken before him as well, Miles Murphy, a guy that I wouldn't mind the Lions taking as kill me. I'm going to get killed for this. I wouldn't mind the Lions took him as early as 6, if I'm being honest with you guys. If we're grabbing hype over Tyree Wilson as early as 6, I'm going to throw the hat in the ring for a guy like Miles Murphy, too. I think the trade
6?
At 6, as early as 6. Yes, I think the duality of him that you could play inside and outside is something that they could take advantage of and do really well with. But I obviously he's at 22 to the Ravens, not the Detroit Lions, and for a reason. Jordan Addison. When I looked up the draft news for the Chargers, it was pass catcher, which blows my mind when they have Keenan Allen and fucking Mike Williams.
Isn't Keenan Allen a free agent?
No, they're talking about cutting him though.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about him being like a. But I don't understand. Like when he was reinserted into that offense, it fucking exploded.
Yeah.
And looked like the offense it was supposed to be. I don't understand why that's I don't know. Is there something there, Sam? Like, am I stupid? I don't understand why they're looking for pass catchers.
I mean, Keenan Allen, he's had injury issues basically at the beginning of his career. Now he had a couple seasons where he's healthy, but he's getting up there in age. I don't hate the Jordan Addison pick for the Chargers. They're despite them not doing a whole lot in the past few seasons, they still have a lot of talent. They've just had really, really bad injury luck and some poorly timed clunkers of games. So Jordan Addison, I think it makes sense for the Chargers. I don't know if that would be my first choice, but I think it makes sense.
Yeah, everything looked that they want a pass catcher. I don't know if it's in correlation to them cutting Keenan Allen and moving on from him, or if they just want that third guy. Because I could also see Jordan Addison being one hell of a slot receiver at the NFL level.
Yeah.
I think he was a dog in college. Joey Porter Jr. to the Seattle Seahawks. I think we're on board with them. Maybe going defensive back. I like Joey Porter Jr. obviously better than Forbes. And I don't know if he even falls that far down the draft board, but I think he's good in man coverage, and that's something they're going to like to take advantage of. At 19, Anton Harrison. This is more of like an inside scoop. Shout out to my guy, Connor Rogers. That's something they've been rumored to get done there. They want some protection, if not quarterback.
You salty dog.
Where things get spicy.
You got Chris salty dog over there.
Things get spicy. Maybe we save it when we come back, because I know we're up against him. We got to go to break, but as a matter of fact, let's just do this. Tell us about Planet Fitness. We'll talk about this pick 18.
Before we get Eazy's pick at 18 for the Detroit Lions, let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever, and you can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit. All memberships include fitness training, and you get all of that for just $10 a month. But you can't pull up to Planet Fitness and forget the perks, because with the Black Card, you get the use of amenities such as unlimited tanning, hydro massage, total body enhancement, massage chairs, and access to over 2,000 gyms worldwide. So make sure you tap in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy, Eazy, with my guy, Spin Mo Rax.
What up, though?
We got young Chris in the TV booth. Flannel Sam. And the ones and twos. My nose is itching.
It's all that cocaine you just did.
It's a little Pumperooski I did during the break.
A little snoot.
Draft boat.
Yeah.
Snortsky?
Draft that.
This Ritterall's got me thinking crazy.
What did you say?
It's from Always Sunny.
What did you say?
That Ritterall's got you thinking crazy. Ooh, a little Snortsky.
That's what I thought you said. I was like,
oh, dude, it's such a good episode.
Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. Please make sure to leave a 5-star review on all podcast platforms. You watch us for the first time. We're kind of more mellowed out version of the Woodward Heavyweights. We're just ready for the draft to be.
Yes.
Man. We're just ready for the fuck.
Yeah, we gotta save all our parties for tonight.
Seriously.
At Fifth Ave. Come join us. Come party with the Heavyweights at Fifth Ave. Buy me a shot. I don't have a car. I gotta save up for that. I can't be buying drinks. Just saying.
All right. Before we went to break, we were going over my final mock draft for 2023.
Yes.
One that I hate. Spicy. The pick for the Detroit Lions at 18 is spicy. Not because of the prospect itself, but does he fall this? I don't know. I did this thing 3 times. I did a mock draft 3 times. Second time when he was there, I was like, there's no way that Anthony Richardson, quarterback from Florida, is going to be there for the Detroit Lions like the 18. There's just no way. So I was like, all right, let me just restart this again. This was the 3rd time's a charm. And he was there again.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
It's destiny.
I got to take him if he's falling to 18. And am I tripping about him falling to 18? Because before I ask you guys this, hear me out. Maybe PTSD from Malik Willis stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe NFL's got some PTSD from Malik Willis stuff. That's not the comp for him. Obviously, Cam Jackson was the name he gave himself. Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson. But you pointed out Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, Heisman Trophy winner. Those are collegiate accolades that go along with those names.
Yes. Cam Newton, Heisman Trophy, National Championship. Lamar Jackson, Heisman Trophy. He's not as good as those guys.
With Anthony Richardson, not so much. The college accolades aren't there as much. It's more of the measurables. I mean, the dude's a freak. He's a specimen at the quarterback position. More so an athlete at the quarterback position than an actual quarterback, some may say. So I think there's some concerns there. I think there's some concerns, and I think any team that wants to take him, obviously you're taking him for the future. Much like Malik Willis was last year, it's a project. There's no final judgments to be made in year one of that selection, because ideally you want him to sit and you want him to learn to progress and read through defenses, because he even admitted himself is like throughout all of his high school career, he was just a bigger, better athlete on the field. He could just run and make plays, and his first time starting in Florida, he was kind of just forced to like read the field and make the right throws. I see him sliding for those reasons. That he's more so a project than anything, and I don't know how early teams are willing to make an investment in it. Am I tripping?
Oh, you're not tripping. I could see him sliding to 18 for sure. I don't think he will, but I could definitely see him falling that far. And Nick in the Woodward Sports chat makes a good point.
Nick who?
It's just Nick.
Oh, that's nice.
He says, when you said, the third time I did the draft again, and he still slid there. He's like, you control the draft though.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So yeah, that's a good point. I thought that was pretty funny, but. No, you're not crazy for having him there. I think he is getting a little overhyped. Like, we know how Chris feels about this pick. Chris wants him at 6, so at 18, I'm sure he's ecstatic. I don't think he is going to drop that far. Like, you've got, I don't know who you have Houston taking, but Houston at 12 could be a thing for him.
But all right,
Tennessee at 11 is where I had him going, that I could think. Tampa Bay. Oh, no, I guess Tampa Bay's after the Lions, but
I can see Tennessee taking them.
Yeah.
I can see that for sure. Hear me out for those two teams specifically. For Houston, do you really see a scenario, and I'm asking, I guess, all three of you guys too, like, do you really see a scenario where, like, you put that guy in the same practice field as Davis Mills, and he doesn't, like, beat him out for the job? Like, seeing all those traits. Like, we saw him throw the ball flat-footed yesterday, 60 yards, like nothing.
It would be very hard.
Right?
It would be very hard.
And I feel like he's, like, again, he's that project guy. You kind of just want to, like, you want to mold him before you rush him onto the field, at least in my opinion. I don't know. Flannel Sam?
Oh, man. I've made my feelings on Anthony Richardson very, very well known.
Sorry.
Is that real?
Breaking news. The Cardinals traded.
Do we confirm the breaking news? Or are we just going off the chat?
No, Pro Football Talk was hearing Cardinals are trying to send number 3 and DeAndre Hopkins to the Titans for 11 plus more. Yeah, a couple people put it up there. The Titans have called the Cardinals about. Yeah, the Cardinals are working on trading
that's not
DeAndre Hopkins and the 3rd overall pick to the Titans for the 11th overall pick or more, per Mike Florio.
All right. We'll wait for that one to happen.
Jalen Carter.
To be breaking.
Will Anderson, one of those guys, is going to be there.
Let's wait for that one to happen.
We're going to get one of them. The Lions are going to get one of them.
What were you going to say, though, Flannel Sam?
I mean, I don't know if it's as important anymore. That is some pretty big news, and I, like Spenny, am hoping and praying that one of Will Anderson and Jalen Carter falls. I was just going to say about Anthony Richardson, the whole Anthony Richardson hype, and I know Chris isn't going to like this, I find it to be rather nauseating. Because when it comes to Anthony Richardson, believe it or not, before the season, I was rooting for him because I kept hearing about him, and I knew what a great athlete he was. But what he did... If you want to take Anthony Richardson that high in the draft, if you want to hype him up, what you're basically telling me is that my eyes lied watching him. He's not an accurate thrower of the football. He completed 53.8% of his passes as a starter in his last year, including a 9 for 27 against Florida State and a 14 of 35 against Kentucky, and 2 others in which he completed less than 50% of his passes. He is the dictionary definition of a media creation, a combine creation. Whoa. But he's not a good quarterback. He never showed it at Florida one time.
There's no prospect of him becoming a good quarterback. There's nothing like to invest in there.
See, I think people are trying to recreate the next Josh Allen. And I understand that because Josh Allen was not good at Wyoming. Check the numbers. He had some really putrid games, including a chance to showcase himself against Iowa, in which he fell flat on his face. And Josh Allen worked out. I'll give you that. But to me, that is the exception. If I'm drafting a quarterback, to me, it is very, very, very important that you are productive in college, along with obviously having all the measurables, the intangibles, all that. This idea that there's all these quarterbacks in the NFL who flopped in college that just all of a sudden got it in the NFL, that is just a Josh Allen thing. That's not reality. Even at 18, I would not take Anthony Richardson.
Wow.
You're
18,
fired. Bring back JB.
I'm more comfortable with it at 18. Like it's not, but I feel you. I do feel you on the point you made about Josh Allen. What were you gonna say, Chris?
I was just gonna say, yeah. I don't think it's too early to take him at 6. I just fear he won't make it to 18. That's why I made that whole case yesterday. But I found an interesting stat the other day when I was listening to a podcast about Anthony Richardson. He has the lowest sack rate in college among top prospects since Patrick Mahomes. I mean, so the dude is not just a guy who's running around. Like, he also knows how to avoid pressure within the pocket. Some very traditional QB qualities he has to him. It's not just that he is this absolute raw athlete, which he is, but he does have some ground level fundamentals that I think people are underselling. I think people are just looking at him as the raw athlete. While that is his greatest strength, I think he has a little bit more fundamental to his game than people are thinking, and that's why I believe in him.
You know, Chris, that's not nothing. I will give you that. Ability to avoid sacks is definitely a great quality if you're a quarterback. My question and I don't know the answer to this, but I'm assuming it's high. How many of the times did he avoid a sack and then throw an incomplete pass? I mean, I guess that's better than getting sacked, but at the same time, I just find accuracy to be the most important trait you can have as a quarterback in the modern NFL, especially with all the high-powered offenses. And Anthony Richardson has never proven that he can be accurate, and I don't think that will just magically improve in the NFL. He's got a lot to be intrigued by. I'm not blind. I understand that. He looked like the Hulk, and his combine was phenomenal, but he can't throw, at least accurately.
He's got the greatest window of accuracy all the time. If you can jump to the moon, he can get you there. If you can jump to the ceiling, he can hit you up top. Like, he's got the greatest end zone fade you could ever possibly have.
I mean, that's the part though where you get to refine him a little bit there, Sam. Like you get to sit him that first year, maybe even 2 years under Jared Goff, and you make him a system guy, and hey, you make this throw. Because I got to be honest, like, I'm with you. That is the single most important trait for any quarterback is your accuracy, in my opinion, and ability to obviously read defenses too. But like if he has, like, pre-read, which all quarterbacks do, you have to go to this guy underneath Ben Johnson of all people. I feel like some can shake there. If it's not there, you can run. But everything you said is true.
It wouldn't be the worst situation. I will say that. Obviously, the Lions have a great offensive line. Ben Johnson, who knows how long he'll be there. Weapons on the outside, good running game. I get all that. I'm just saying, my eyes didn't lie. Anthony Richardson was not productive or accurate in college. The eye in the sky does not lie.
And they just had it up there that he 13 starts in college football would be the second least of a quarterback taken in the first round in NFL history.
So a lot to be molded, but that's also why I think he's gonna fall. That's why I don't think it's like too crazy. What are we grading it? Final Sam.
At Anthony Richardson at 18.
Yeah.
D.
A D?
D.
At 18, it's a D.
I don't like. I really don't like Anthony Richardson as a prospect.
Yeah, he hates Anthony.
I
Richardson.
do.
What are you grading at 18?
Anthony Richardson at 18. I'll give that a B-.
Yeah, I feel like, right?
I could, like I said, I could see him falling that far. I don't think he will, because I think some teams like Tennessee or even Houston will look at with their, like, Tennessee at 11, Houston at 12. That could be potential to grab him. I don't think he's going to be top 5 or top 10 even, but 18, believable, but I don't know if he'll be there.
And another reason believable to me is, like, remember last year, like, not just like us, sports books, guys on networks like the NFL Network, like they had Malik Willis as their first quarterback off the board, and that man didn't go to the 4th round.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I don't want to necessarily buy all, and it's different prospects. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, way
but
different.
I'm not ready to buy all the way into
Anthony
like,
Richardson
the AR.
plays in the SEC.
Yeah. What are you gonna say, Chris?
My one concern about him falling to 18 is with Tampa Bay being so close to the Lions at 19, I could see them around 15, 16 if he's still on the board, making the call and getting the deal done.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. That's actually a great point. Nonetheless, Lions are taking a quarterback this year as some bit of insurance for Jared Goff. They feel like they're going to contend this year. If you want some insurance for yourself, make sure you hit up Swiss Insurance. My guy Mark over at Swiss Insurance. Again, that's Mark at SwissINS.com. That's the email you guys should reach out to him to. I want you guys to email him your draft grades as the night progresses. I want him to know that people are watching this show and seeing his business broadcasted across the world, to the world. It's Mark at SwissINS.com. Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back. The rest of this mock draft and more
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Olafson, DC, the founder of the Custom Health Centers, and we've helped thousands of people learn how easy it is to lose weight and keep it off with our customized weight loss and body contouring programs.
With Custom Health, you don't feel hungry, you eat well. My name is Simeon Timbuk, and I've lost 71 pounds on the program.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited plan, private lane reservations for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights Live at Sports.com. Your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Chris, Sam. Cannot wait for this dang draft to finally be here. The like button if you guys haven't already. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. If you guys would like to join us during the actual draft, we will be live from 5th Ave from 7:30 to all night. All right, and we will be drinking. We will be smoking. We will be doing a little bit of everything. All right. Well, Sam actually committed to doing a butt chug for the beer.
Yeah,
I did no such thing, but you know, I'll be there.
You're not doing. Well, you told us during the break you do it.
It's funny. I never remember saying that, but you know,
I remember.
Yeah, you definitely said you're doing a butt chug.
It's the power that you have driving the bus.
Chat, can you please confirm there were hot mics during the break? Can you please confirm that? I know you guys heard that.
I am pulling Neil, I guess. Is there a bet you'd be willing to make on this draft?
It's a butt chug.
Yeah, or like in losing, you do the butt chug.
I don't know about that. No, not those stakes. Absolutely not.
Anthony Richardson, number 1 overall.
No.
Come on.
I'm not committing to that.
Don't bully. Why not? That's what you do, man.
To be honest with
you
you,
bully people and you gaslight.
Absolutely.
Oh, I definitely.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
1,000%.
1,000%. I'm not denying it. If I was Neil, I'd be denying it. What do you mean? Come on. Makes his own choices.
That's a great.
I'm just giving the people what they want.
Yeah.
For full foreclosure, I would never want to witness a man doing a butt chug ever. Yeah. Think of some other punishment and bet. I'm down to do it. We do have bets coming up too. Right? Weren't you gonna make a bet for a drinking bet for every time?
Oh, I was thinking of making a drinking game, but
you didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
Piece of cake. All right, let's roll through the steamroll through the rest of this draft.
All right, steamroll.
Let's get it.
All right. Get the rest of it up here.
Boom.
Boom.
All right.
Deontay Banks.
I gotta pee.
To Steelers over
Joey Porter Jr. Huh?
I know that might be a hot take because it just feels like it makes sense. It's a perfect marriage. But if the Steelers are savages, which I think they are, I think there's a reason why they're a successful organization for years and years and years.
Going in the top 10, you do, don't you?
Yeah, I just might. Christian Gonzalez, 16 to the Washington Commanders. Have you done a mock draft yet, Funnel Sam?
Not like this, no.
Spinning yours, wasn't it kind of hard to pinpoint what the Commanders should do?
The Raiders?
No, the Commanders.
Oh, Commanders? Not after they said they're getting rid of both of their defensive ends. I don't know. I was like, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's stupid.
They're like, yeah, we're not going to keep Chase Young or Montez Sweat.
Maybe just like a motivation tactic, not give them that 5th year.
I don't know. I think the Commanders are just a dumpster fire of an organization.
That's fair.
The Durs.
Throw that thing back up there, Chris. I apologize.
You're good.
I just don't know this thing by memory. Oh, actually, I have it paused right here on my thing. All right, 15, Broderick Jones to the New York Jets. It just feels like, well, actually, I'll just tell you straight up. My guy Connor Rogers said that's probably going to be a thing. If Connor Rogers does the pre and post game shows for the New York Jets, that's just been like the rumored thing all throughout the Jets media. Also, obviously, he's got Aaron Rodgers. I think you want to protect him.
And like I said, nobody knows what's happening with Mekhi Becton. Like he might be a Levi Ozarike to where he just doesn't, because he's a giant fucking human being and he just keeps getting hurt.
Darnell Wright, tackle to the New England Patriots. I wasn't in love with that selection for them, but again, it's one of those organizations that almost can go anywhere. That was just what I did. I'm not in love with this mock draft. Before then, though, and maybe you cringe at this one because you had him going to the Vikings. I'm going to the Packers. Brian Branch. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I don't like it. I think he's a great player. And
Not great, Bob.
Don't want him in the division.
Flannel Sam?
I mean, the Packers could always use a little bit of safety help. I mean, Brian Branch, he's one of those guys that when you look at the tape, he oftentimes looked like one of the best DBs in all of college football and was one of the best Alabama DBs of the past few years. But at the same time, he seems, I don't know if he's kind of positionless. That's the one thing I'm worried about with him.
Yeah, the thing with the Packers, too, is like they had a lot of the we check on Nicholas Duncan's breaking news? See if that's a thing.
What did he say?
He said, I don't want to say that out loud.
Oh, yeah, I see
the Packers.
I see it.
What the hell was I going to say, though? I apologize. Oh, with the Packers, they had tight end there for a need. They had receiver for the need. First and foremost, I don't think receivers a need for them. I think with Romeo Doubs, I think he had some promising moments. And then I also think Christian Watson had more than promising moments. I don't know. And by the way, when they were like able to contend for a Super Bowl with MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers, and then every opportunity and every reason to take pass catchers like tight ends and wide receivers, did they ever in the first round?
Not really. That's one of the reasons Aaron Rodgers would continue to get upset, and to some degree, I don't even blame him.
So I just taking a wide receiver and tight end just didn't sit right with me unless they just really want to throw up a middle figure to formerly number 12, now number 8, if I'm not mistaken, in New York. And then Bijan Robinson, number 12, to the Atlanta Falcons. That's been hot and rumored that's a piece they really want. That sounded kind of crazy.
That
sounded wild.
A little spicy.
Not gonna lie.
Said that shit a little too spicy, my
Number
dog.
11 for the Tennessee Titans, Jackson Smith and Jigba. They obviously need a wide receiver. At the end of the day, with the Anthony Richardson, I know they're desperate for a quarterback, and there's talks to them right now moving up to number 3 to take one. I just don't know that they have the patience to try to move along Anthony Richardson. I think they may have had the same PTSD as I did, having drafted Malik Willis last year. Again, different prospects, but I just that's my line of thinking. Like when they move to number 3, does anybody think they're taking Anthony Richardson?
No.
It's going to be C.J. Stroud or someone like that. And for my top 10, Chris, if you may, because I don't know what it is.
I may.
Thank you, sir. Number 10, Nolan Smith to the Philadelphia Eagles. Nolan Smith spoke with media and what teams he was with more prominently. It was the Philadelphia Eagles and I believe the New York Giants. That's another team. Again, they love their defensive lines and they love their offensive line. I don't have no issue with them taking Nolan Smith, and that's just more off speculation more than it is needs or wants or anything like that. There's rumored they want to trade the Detroit Lions up to 6. We'll see if that goes down. And in that situation, it sounds like they want Paris Johnson Jr. We'll see how that goes. At number 9, put your best Chicago accent on, people at home.
Peter Skoronski.
Come on. It
telling
fits
me
so
we're
well.
Getting this guy, Peter Skoronski, out of Northwestern.
Pete Skoronski from Northwest. It's because old people always say shit wrong. But yeah, it just feels like a match made in heaven. They need offensive line and all that good stuff. Go throw it back up there, Chris. I apologize.
You're good.
Peter Skoronski.
Peter Skoronski, the Chicago Bears, just makes sense. Will Levis to the Texans. I think they're going to be, in some ways, kind of brilliant to skip the quarterback They traded up, by the way, to make this move, if you guys couldn't tell. They beat out the Tennessee Titans, who also wanted to make the move, but eventually, obviously, they did. They got Will Levis. I think it's kind of brilliant them to go on the top-tier defensive prospect in their eyes, whether it's Tyree Wilson and or Will Anderson Jr. I think it's just brilliant for them to take them because it's more than likely Will Levis or Anthony Richardson is going to be there at 12. Or if they want to, they still have the draft capital, early second-round pick, obviously another first-round pick to make the move up to grab whoever it is.
Yeah, so you traded?
Yep, I had the Tennessee the Houston Texans.
You coward.
I told you I did trade.
Coward.
I did trades in the last one, too.
You're a filthy coward.
Number 7, I have Devon Witherspoon going to the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders.
The
And at number
Oakland
5,
Raiders.
or number 6. Maybe this is how I fucked up my whole draft, because I don't care what they say. I had the Detroit Lions taking the big man, the big beast, the guy who's compared to Quinn Williams as a floor player. Jalen Goddard. Jalen Goddard to the Detroit Lions. Locking down the interior of the defensive line. Freeing up one-on-one matchups for Aiden Hutchinson and James Houston for them terrorized quarterbacks and won football games for the Detroit Lions. Let's go!
Jalen Carter.
I don't know if it happens.
I don't think so.
But a man can dream.
A man can dream.
A man can dream. 5, I had Will Anderson falling to the Seattle Seahawks. I don't think that's going to be the case. Can you throw that one back up there, Chris?
Yep.
I don't think that's going to be the case. I think looking at the, again, circa cut odds, whatever, circa sportsbook odds, they had Will Anderson now as number 2 favorite goal, which I think that whole situation was just like, some things sit there for so long, you just start to question it for zero reason. Like Trevor Lawrence was like getting weird shit docked on him because he was just the number 1 overall pick forever. But anyway, Will Anderson, I think that makes more sense, defensive tackle too. They signed Jermont Jones, C.J. Stroud to the Colts, Paris Johnson Jr. number 3, the Cardinals. Tyree Wilson, I don't think it's going to happen now, but Tyree Wilson at the time was the favorite.
You think the Colts take Stroud over Levis?
Yeah. I know it feels like Levis is going to be the guy, but the Colts like C.J. Stroud. And at times, some of the press conferences I heard from the general manager, accuracy, much like Fennell Sam, is their favorite trait, and I think C.J. Stroud is the most accurate quarterback in this draft class.
Yeah.
And obviously, Bryce Young to finish it off. Lions drafting. Shout out to me. I was over with it. That took 3 segments. That took 3 segments.
Yeah.
But Jalen Carter and Anthony Richardson.
Jalen Carter.
That draft haul in the first round for the Lions.
Jalen Carter and Anthony Richardson. That's a haul, man.
That's an A, dude.
That's a haul.
Oh, I'd be so happy.
That's a fucking A, son. Yeah, you would for sure.
I'd do backflips, and I can't do backflips.
Would you go shirtless?
Oh, for sure.
Would you butt chug?
No.
What'd you think about it?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Flannel Sam?
He already has.
I'll tell you what. Obviously, I don't like the Anthony Richardson pick, but Jalen Carter at 6, if the Lions land Jalen Carter at 6, then 18, they can do whatever the hell they want. Because obviously, Will Anderson is my first choice, but Jalen Carter is not that far behind. You mentioned earlier, Spenny, that his floor is Ed Oliver. Yeah. I would actually say Christian Wilkins. But it's kind of
that's even better.
It's kind of the same concept though, where at the very, very least they'll give you elite run defense, some semi-consistent pressures, and Christian Wilkins
is good.
Quiet as kept. He lived in the backfield. He had 16 tackles for losses last season. So to me, that's his floor, and his ceiling. Shoot, I don't know about Quinnen Williams, but maybe Jeffrey Simmons, Quinnen Williams. I mean,
that's fair.
It is a need for the Detroit Lions. It would instantly upgrade the defense to definitely top 20 with just Jalen Carter. So that would make the Anthony Richardson pick sting less, just because I like the Jalen Carter one so much.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we've heard stuff that the Detroit Lions, had him off the board, but I'm not buying into it. The Lions have been so close to the vest. Nothing has been leaked for the past 2 years. Why would that change now? And it's a big need. And the guy is pound for pound, arguably like the number one.
He's got a big D.
No, big need. But you see that one reporter that did say that? The one lady, she slipped up and did say it.
What'd she say?
I'll send it to.
I think I've seen it, but I couldn't play it. Obviously, I scrolling through Twitter looking for news, and I saw
looking for nudes.
Cool. He's like, no, Jim Costa posted it.
Dude, that's fucking
this is an interesting,
hilarious
take on Jalen Carter.
But
she said he's got that.
What?
She said he's got that thing on him.
That Josh Pascal.
That Josh Pascal on him. Aiden Hutchinson. Let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Because you can walk into Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your choice to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars. One for you and one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Or you can give it to me, because I got rear-ended by a drunk driver and I don't have a car. So, if you win, give one to me. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
You've You've heard of Gordon Ramsay. You've heard of Bobby Flay. But Thursday night Master Chef Brad Holmes will be in the kitchen with all of the ingredients needed to make a great dish on draft night. Join Woodward Sports for our 3rd annual Woodward Sports Draft Party, live at 5th Avenue in Royal Oak. The past 2 years, these parties have been standing room only, so get your tickets early at eventbrite.com. Don't miss out on all the fun with Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, and the entire Woodward Sports crew. The party starts at 7:30 p.m. Don't miss the biggest draft party in the Motor City, brought to you by the biggest network, Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle, baby, talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy, Eazy Joe, my guys, Fimo Rex.
Hello.
Young Chris, Flannel Sam. We do the damn thing. Hit the like button. You guys haven't already. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. We'll be live as well, starting at 7:30 from 5th Avenue, Royal Oak. Make sure you guys come by. If you're here locally in Michigan, let's get turned up. Let's enjoy this draft. Whether we like it or we don't, I feel like drinks are needed. Oh yeah. It's been a long and stressful waiting period.
Stressful.
Real stressful. I did want to take this originally in the prep. I want to take this moment to kind of review over some like breaking news. I was hoping it would happen throughout the show. I did just get a text now that the trades are heating up for the Philadelphia Eagles, trying to make a move up. You said yesterday there's a rumor to want Paris Johnson Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you heard the Cardinals, if they do get stuck at 3, that's the pick for them. He must be a hot commodity. That's the reason why they're talking about trading up. Also, during last segment, what was the scenario with the Titans?
The Titans are looking to trade for the Cardinals pick and DeAndre Hopkins.
Too good to be true. You know how much you'd have to like give up? I feel like you gotta give up a haul for that. No, like
probably have to give up 11, a first next year, and a couple seconds.
The firstborn son, stuff like that.
Naming rights to your daughter.
Yeah. Sam.
Yeah, I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, I think he's still got a couple of elite years left. Maybe not what he once was. My question is, who's going to throw him the ball for Tennessee? Is it going to be Ryan Tannehill? Is it going to be Malik Willis?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you making a move to play a receiver $20 million just to like? I mean, maybe we're being disrespectful of Ryan Tannehill. He was in the AFC Championship 2 years ago. I'm not attacking you with that one. Maybe we both are, but yeah, why? You're already making a move for a quarterback in the future. Any other hot news?
No, there's a lot of misinformation being spread on Twitter right now.
That's how it goes.
So, yeah, make sure you check your sources. Nothing too crazy, though. Nothing too crazy.
All right. Let's make some bets, all right? Someone's doing a butt chug tonight.
Okay.
I mean, maybe somewhere around the world, not within our circles. Can we get some music for this one, Flannel Sam? We got the Heavyweight Sportsbook. Spinny, I want you to make some up on the fly, too. There's only got 3 in here as of now.
All right.
I want to start it off with quarterbacks taken in the first round. Over, under 4.5.
Over 4.5? Over under 4.5? Quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Taken in the first round?
So we got
under.
Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud.
Hendon Hooker's not going in the first round.
Okay. Flannel Sam?
I'm going to go the over on this one. I do think Hendon Hooker will go in the first round because somebody wants to milk a 5th-year option out of him. And Hendon Hooker, I mean, he's got there's a lot to like. There's also some concerns with age and injury, but he was damn good at Tennessee, and he has a lot of physical traits. I think 5 go.
Young Chris.
Under. I don't think Hendon Hooker's going in the first round. I don't.
Guys, don't you know Clayton Tune's going number 2 overall?
Stop talking to Lucas.
Yeah, talk to Lucas. He thinks so.
Love Lucas.
I do too.
Waiting for some of those things to come
I fuck
true.
with Clayton Tune, but
just some wild takes
in
out
the
of the
5th
boy.
or 6th round.
Wild takes. That's coming from someone who has like wild takes. But mine come true sometimes. I'm waiting for one of Lucas's.
Yeah.
Really? Are you happy for me? I just seen that in the poll.
Oh, you just now saw that?
Fire.
All right. Next, heavyweight sports book brought to you by Circa Sportsbook. Total number of wide receivers taken in the first round. I have 2.5.
Over. Way over.
Way over?
Way over.
Let's hear some names. Who's going in the first round?
Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnson, Jackson Smith, and Jigga Zay Flowers.
You think all those guys are going in the first round?
Yeah. That'll probably be it. Maybe one more.
Did you say Quentin Johnson?
Maybe Jalen Hyatt.
Yes.
I did.
Yes, did. Young Chris.
Yeah. Just gonna skip over Flannel like that?
He gets the final. He gets to close the show.
Okay.
Top.
Okay.
The final word.
I'm going over it too. I think we've saw in the last few years that wide receivers come in and ball regularly, and it's a pretty almost in some ways safe position to draft. So I could see some teams spending some early capital on it.
Yeah, I'm going to go over as well. I think guys like Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Zay Flowers, Quentin Johnston are locks, and then maybe you get Jalen Hyatt and maybe even someone like Josh Downs. So at least 4. So over.
I'm with you guys, actually. I go with the over on that one, too. All right. Spin Mo Racks, Woodward Sports Chat. Number of running backs. I had both Gibbs and Bijan going in my first round mock draft.
So you can put it at 1.5?
1.5.
Under.
Under?
Under.
That's safe.
I think it's just Bijan. I think Bijan is the only running back that goes in the first round.
You want the Circa live numbers on the over-under?
Yeah.
1.5 over, favorited by minus 320.
Yeah.
The under's plus 210.
Really?
Yeah.
Throw some cheddar on that boy.
Maybe they say, hey, that fat guy's, stuff comes true sometimes. Young Chris.
I hate that I'm agreeing with Spencer every time, but under. I just, running backs are a dime a dozen.
My homework.
Final Sam.
I'm going to go over on this one. Obviously Bijan, but I think there's a certain like Alvin Kamara factor in Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying that there's a GM that is going to want to take him in the first round. I'd even maybe say Buffalo. So I'd say 2 over.
Buffalo, man. I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I like Jahmyr Gibbs a lot.
Yeah.
He's fast as fuck.
I was just gonna ask you guys a question too. Well, Circa Sportsbook guys, unders for you and Chris, plus 210.
Okay.
So there's nice little winnings there. Total number of tight ends drafted in the first round, 2.5 plus 194, or under 2.5 for minus 270.
I'm gonna go under. I think it'll just be Dalton Kincaid and Michael Mayer. What's his name? Darnell Washington.
Yep.
Yeah, he'd be the third if there is one, but I don't think he'll go in the first.
Young Chris.
Over. There's enough dumb NFL franchise to draft a tight end in the first round. Give me the over.
Flannel Sam.
I'm going to go under on this one. I think there is a clear gap between Michael Mayer and Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, so maybe Musgrave, but I think that would be a reach. I say under.
Or Laporta.
Darnell Washington. They're all second-round players to me. Give me under.
Can I go on a mini rant real quick?
Go for it.
Go for it.
How many of these fucking first-round tight ends have ever actually panned out? Very few.
Very few.
Very, very few.
Very few.
How is the running back position, as devalued as it is,
because running backs
get pushed back to like the second round, where we see guys that go early as running backs produce for you, but tight ends continue to go in the first round? It makes no fucking sense for me. Zero sense. It's more than just Detroit Lions. I'm talking about, again, maybe out there still for debate, but Kyle Pitts, Evan Ingram, guys like that. I think one I'd say for sure hit is going all the way back to who's the guy who's played for the San Francisco 49ers?
Vernon
Davis.
But even Vernon Davis was a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, Greg Olsen, that's a good one. But outside of those names, they've all kind of fucking been mid or just sucked. Why are tight ends still going in the first round?
You're really making me think, man. Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Mark Andrews, Darren Waller, none of them were first round picks.
Yeah, I got a list right here of first round pick tight ends from most recent to, I think it's 2000.
All right, let's hear.
Kyle Pitts, TJ Hawkinson, Noah Fant, Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst pretty good, but not first round. OJ Howard, Evan Ingram, David Njoku, Eric Ebron, Tyler Eifert, Jermaine Gresham, Brandon Pettigrew. Damn, the Lions are on there 3 times. That's fucking embarrassing. Dustin Keller, Greg Olson, that's a hit.
That's one.
Vernon Davis, that's a hit. Mercedes Lewis, he's still in the league. I'd count that as a hit. He had a good career. And he was picked...
First rounder?
He was picked 28th. Yeah. So, that's pretty good value. Heath Miller, he had a good career, but I wouldn't say 30th pick. Kellen Winslow, the second. Ben Watson. Dallas Clark, that's a hit. Jeremy Shockey, that's a hit. Daniel Graham, Jeremy Stevens, Todd Heap, Bubba Franks, Anthony Beck. So 4 out of like 20.
How are running backs being moved back to the second round? But these tight ends continue to go in the... I don't fucking get it.
Brock Bowers is going to be a top 5 pick next year, probably.
We gonna see. The odds are not going to work out.
Yeah.
To the extent of a first round.
I think he's going to work out, though. I'd be surprised if he busted. Pause. Brock Bowers looks like a fucking freak.
Shit blows my mind.
He literally looks like Travis Kelce 2.0.
Like, I don't know. It's
so fucking good.
Too early for Bijan Robinson, but let me take this chance on Dalton Kincaid that's only worked fucking 4 times out of 50.
Yeah, but like
come the fuck on.
Running backs die. That's why it's...
But these tight ends are doing nothing.
I mean,
they're doing nothing for you.
A couple of those guys had good careers.
Not first round picks.
Not first round picks, but like
even if
I wouldn't say nothing.
I'd rather take an elite running back that's gonna die on me in 4 years. I'll take a Zeke Elliott than a guy who's just like kind of coasting along for me.
That's fair.
Come on.
Like you said, the ones that I would say were worth it were Jeremy Shockey, Dallas Clark, Vernon Davis, Greg Olson. Maybe Mercedes Lewis, just because of the longevity of his career.
Yeah, I'm even saying no to that. All due respect to Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah.
All right. Defensive backs.
I think Hayden Hurst is going to be good. I mean, he was good the past couple of years.
Defensive backs in the first round. I don't think he'd be worth the first round pick, though. Hayden Hurst, that is. 5.5. Circus Sportsbook. Ooh. Defensive backs in the first round. Minus 192 for the over and plus 142. 5.5.
Let's see. We got
Branch.
Obviously.
Witherspoon.
Oh, is it total defensive backs?
Defensive backs.
Oh, over. Way over.
But I don't think they count safeties as or they'd have to, right?
They have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And definitely over. 1,000 times over.
So here are the names. Branch,
Witherspoon, Gonzalez, Porter Jr., Deontay Banks, Emmanuel Forbes.
It's really depending on Forbes.
Yeah. Cam Smith could creep up there.
Fun, Sam?
I'm going to go over as well. This is a very, very, I would say, deep DB defensive back class. I could see 6 or 7 for sure. No doubt about it. That's an easy over.
Okay. I think I'm going to go under.
Wow.
We'll name your 6.
All right, so we got Christian Gonzalez, Devon Witherspoon, Joey Porter Jr., Brian Branch, Emmanuel Forbes. Who am I missing? Deontay Banks. And then, I don't know. Well, actually, probably 6. I can't think of anyone else who would.
See, it's kind of like Forbes and I'll be honest with you, Branch, although I had him in my first round mock, I don't know that he's people are sleeping on him a little bit now.
Yeah.
We'll see though.
He's going first round for sure.
Unders plus money, by the way, too. 5.5.
He's really the only like elite safety in this draft.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I have any other safeties going.
It's widely considered a weak draft class. Young Chris, 5.5 over under.
Over. Too many people need corners and DBs, and the Lions are one of them. And with the Lions having 2 picks, I mean that almost to me in my mind guarantees one of them being taken. Yeah. So that right there, then you're just doing 5, and you can do 5.
Well, there's 4 that are going to be guaranteed to go in the first round.
Gonzalez, Witherspoon, Banks,
Porter Jr. and Brian Branch.
I can't guarantee Branch's first round.
I can.
I think Deontay Banks is guaranteed too.
I think Deontay Banks guaranteed. Yeah. Like my 4 that I'll guarantee first round, and quote me on this if you want: Witherspoon, Gonzalez, Banks,
Porter.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But 5. I mean, that's 5.5. That's 6.
6.
It's like, yeah, I'll give you Brian Branch, but like, can you guarantee me that Forbes is going in the first round? The guy weighed 160 pounds at the combine.
Probably
right? It was a 170.
It was like 165, I think. And honestly, man,
it's like little.
I might have been a little cocky saying easy over. It's actually going to be by the skin of the skin of my teeth.
I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait.
Actually, 6.
6. It's literally 6.
If you guys will make some money, plus odds on the under right now. Circus Sportsbook, shout out.
Let me tell you guys about Custom Health Centers first. Because are you feeling tired, depressed, or unmotivated, low sex drive, muscle loss, or belly fat? Testosterone optimization therapy is a safe and effective way to restore your vitality, confidence, performance, and reduce heart disease. Visit CustomHealthCenters.com today. That's CustomHealthCenters.com.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Get a shot up. This is for the win.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy, Eazy, joined by my guy, Spinball Rack. What up, yo, Chris? What am I saying? I almost said it. I was looking dead ass at you, wanting to say like your real name, but I'm just so used to saying JB Smooth. I have some breaking news. All right. First and foremost, hit that like button. Secondly, 5-star if you guys listen to his podcast platforms. Fit that, we'll be partying. But Peter Schrager, he's well connected and respected.
Yeah.
I have a tweet from him as about 6 minutes ago. And it says, the buzz I've gotten from multiple teams is that now a host of teams are now calling to see how to move up for positioning to select Jalen Carter, defensive tackle. Yeah, I mean, you guys know who the fuck he is. Now, I obviously I don't know how much we care to hear like teams moving up, but can we validate that? I don't know if the Detroit Lions are necessarily going to pass up on it. If teams are in position to give up draft capital to move up and select this headache or character issues, then that the Lions, I feel like, should be straight with just chilling at 6 and taking them.
Jalen Carter. Give him to me. Please. Pretty please.
What do you want?
Give it to me, baby. I want it.
Spencer, if you could choose between Jalen Carter and a new car, what are you doing?
Oh. Jalen Carter.
I respect that.
Yeah. I respect that too.
You're a man of the people.
Like a walk.
You are a fucking man. People salute to you.
Spin mo walks.
What kind of car though?
Spin mo walks.
Spin mo walks. What kind of car?
Oh, car it's just something realistic.
My car.
Jalen Carter for sure. Your car's too small, bro. When you drive me home,
where's your car?
Fuck you. I'm about to get a Jeep, I think, though.
Jeeps are fire.
Yeah.
Great for sex. Perch your
Take
feet
the
up on the
doors
back
off.
seat. Wah. Sorry. Are we more comfortable with Jalen Carter at 6 now?
I've been comfortable.
Yeah.
Teams are trying to trade up.
I've been comfortable.
Yeah, I've been comfortable too. I wish we had one of you
golf
pussy
golfers.
foot mouth. Yeah, motherfuckers didn't want to draft. Matt, do you care if we open the phone lines, Sam?
I don't care. Let me get
Dude,
ready.
that's so crazy.
What?
Nick Saban's had 46 players selected in the NFL draft.
All right.
Most all time.
Just because I see all the talks going on. Fresh shoe by Nick Saban with the all pink.
Crispy.
That is crispy. Anyway, 313-552-6322 if I'm not mistaken. To all you non-carders. All right, this is Peter Schrager. This is a guy, again, well-connected, respected. His best friend is Sean McVay. All right, head coach, Super Bowl winning head coach of the Los Angeles Rams. Teams are calling about moving up to take Jalen Carter. Now, that doesn't say, like, where. It could be 13. It could be, 15. Well, I'm assuming it's top 10. If there's that type of buzz around him. I want you haters. I don't want to call you haters. I don't know what to call you guys. I'm curious.
Bitch. No.
I didn't say that. as him.
He called you crackheads.
He'll be at Fifth Ave. You want to throw the hands? I'm playing.
I'm down. Anybody wants to come run the ones?
Yeah, we should probably stop doing that stuff.
What?
We should stop openly inviting
confrontations.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Because those are out there. Because I got a pretty little thing. Might be joining me tonight. I'm with you, by the way. Damn. Comes down to it.
You hear that?
No. I got your back 100%. I'm not openly
I
inviting.
got flannel with me. I'm good. You can do your thing.
Actually, Flannel Sam's got some built up.
He's got the length. He's built too.
Big.
I got some a little sneaky, I would say. And my wife.
Flannel will knock somebody out.
Snag. Oh yeah, for sure. Flannel Sam could knock somebody out.
Yeah. That's for other people to say.
Anybody,
I'm a humble man.
Exactly.
He's like water boy. He sees Neil Rule's face on how they boat is.
My friend used to make that noise all the time at football. Like we just
being funny.
Yeah, he just somebody would walk in front of him and he'd go and just smack him, and I feel kind of bad. Like he's just handing out concussions, but the shit was funny.
Blade No Icewood in the Woodward Sports Chat says Eazy was out on Carter. I remember vividly when Campbell made the interesting comments. Now he he'd been in on him. Blade No Icewood, you sadly got a mistake.
Tell him, Blade No Icewood.
No, you ain't telling shit.
Interesting.
You should go back and listen to the interesting comments I made. I said I like Jalen Carter. It just doesn't sound like Dan Campbell or Brad Holmes like him.
Interesting.
That's what I gave it. I'm always going to give it to you how I see it and how I perceive it. I may want a different scenario. For instance, Jared Goff. I'm not fucking in love with going to war with him for the future and beyond with the fat ass contract. I don't like it. But Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell do, so I'm going to speak in the team as the way they like it. If I hear Dan Campbell make an interesting comment, it sounds like he doesn't like the guy. That doesn't mean I don't like him, but I'm not going to sit and pretend like the interesting. By the way, when he said the interesting, did that sound like a good interesting or bad interesting?
What was that?
When Dan Campbell said, "Oh, that's interesting."
I would say good.
Hey,
you guys are on absolute crack. I can't be surrounded by this many crackheads right now.
Bro. Eric Kirkland said in the Woodward Sports Chat, I remember being called a crackhead.
For 14 years, your husband sold crack cocaine.
You can run a fade with Eazy any day from 5 to 7. You guys could do it live on camera. That would actually be hype.
Spinny's he's gonna openly challenge anyone that challenges me.
Yeah, I mean,
I got his back though if he's losing. Just, be ready for that.
So guys, we actually do have David Baxter on the line. Do you want me to send him to your guys' way?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Run it.
Let's
It's Baxter and Raxter. What up, man?
Baxter, how you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. I was just watching you on the YouTube. Love you guys' show, man. Crack me up with that Jeep stuff, bro.
Appreciate that. We like to keep it loose around here. So what are your feelings on the job, man? You excited?
Oh, man, I am pumped. Beyond pumped. Two first-round picks, man. 2 from last year. The Jameson Williams stuff going on. I mean, the dude did what he did. I hope, he gets on that straight and narrow, and when he gets on that field, just rocks out, man. But I was really excited to see him, like everybody else. But Jalen Carter, that's all I'm going to say, Jalen Carter. I feel like this organization could get him, so then he could be a real impact on the field for sure.
Hell yeah, I'm with you, man. That's why I'm with you. I appreciate you calling in, Baxter. The man, the myth, the legend.
Is that fam?
No.
Yeah.
Said Baxter Raxter.
Baxter Raxter. It's close.
No, that is dope.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Born and raised in Warren, Michigan, man. So let's go.
That's your cousin for sure.
I live in Warren too.
That is your cousin. Shout out to Baxter Raxter. Who else we got? Sam.
All right, we have Tim. I will send him your way right now.
It's Tim McCollum. You guys swear way too much in this show. Advertisers hate this. What up, though, Tim?
What the hell are you idiots doing?
All right, man.
How you doing,
What
Tim?
up, Doe?
What up, Tim?
All right. Tim from Savannah, Georgia, man.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Big Lions fan. But listen, they've already told us what they're going to do. You listen to Brad Holmes, you listen to Dan Campbell. Detroit's about 3 things. Grit. Not only owning the line, but dominating it, and then pounding the balls to open up the play-action pass.
Pound those balls.
So, take this in consideration with the offensive line and how we've always doubled up on things, whether it was defensive end, defensive tackle, linebacker last year. We're going to do running back. So, get this. Take David Montgomery the free agent signing, and you guys might want to check this out, Sam, but yards after contact, it was something like 2.3, somewhere around there. Take Detroit's offensive line. Prior to contact, something like 2.6 or 2.7 yards. So now you got 5 yards just off the rip. Now add in this, not having to get yards after contact from a defensive lineman, but from a DB. That should probably add more yards.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about they are going to take the best player available that meets the team, correct? Or the team needs.
I think the best player
And
available.
that best player at that point will probably be Bijan Robinson. And what are we going to do?
The question, man.
We're going to dominate every game, time of possession, just like Michigan does.
I don't hate it. I don't
That's
hate
all.
it, Tim. I don't
Appreciate
hate it.
you, Tim.
Appreciate you calling in,
Your
man.
man, all the way from Georgia.
All the way from Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
It's awesome, man. Oh, we should have asked him about Jalen Carter. He probably watched a lot of him, but
Hey, we appreciate it. We got to get a break, though, man.
yeah, we do got to go to break, and I'll tell you guys about Guardian Alarm, because Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs, and also 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security is their technology has been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800
Stay out.
That's 1-800
Stay out
right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan.
Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals in town. Plus, they will beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your vitamin D headquarters.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Dan G in the Woodward Sports Chat asked, which Woodward anchor is more likely to puke tonight?
I don't puke until the next day. I normally puke in the morning.
I'm the same way, actually.
Yeah.
Not puke from dribbles.
Yeah, well, those are different.
You know who my money's on? Lucas.
Lucas.
Yeah. But is he an anchor?
He's not an anchor.
Who's like hard stance and like, I don't want this guy?
Neil.
Who was the guy that he doesn't want?
A quarterback.
Quarterback?
Yeah.
Maybe Neil pukes.
I feel like Jeff. We gotta start feeding Jeff.
Yeah,
Give him like 3
probably
tequila shots and like 2 whiskey shots, and shake him up a little bit.
What's going on? Like, I mean, Jeff's starting the stream, so we'd have to sneak him to him. Phil, Sam?
We can do that.
Which Woodward host is more likely to puke tonight?
I mean, honestly, I love the Lucas one. I think it's almost guaranteed.
Like guys on the show.
He hosts.
Well, he hosts his own show. Check out Believe Me Later.
Yeah.
I mean, hosts, I would probably say Jeff as well.
Yeah.
I think that a guy like Neil, he's had so much more time in the public eye that he's kind of more worried about how he comes off to those around him. Jeff is young.
And Neil knows how to drink.
Yeah, Neil.
Yeah. Neil be knocking down the bourbons. Watching NBA games, hitting the group chat.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I told y'all, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
That shit's awesome.
Bourbon Neil's my favorite Neil.
Oh,
Neil's the man.
Not gonna lie, Bourbon Neil's a legend. Fuck, I was about to say. Nick Fairley, Jalen Carter. That's just, come on, guys. What is? It's just blind, like shots in the dark when you say these things. Like I don't fucking know. That shit drives me crazy. Like shit like that. I mean,
Chris might puke.
No.
'Cause he's gonna
Yeah,
get
Chris
there
counts.
late.
No.
So we gotta catch him up when he gets there.
that's fair too.
That's
Feed him
fair.
like five
That is fair
warm
too.
Henny shots.
What do you want waiting on you, Chris?
Oh, Henny for sure.
Henny for show.
Henny for sure.
You a ratchet at hoe.
Oh yeah.
Hey, dude.
We have to get active.
That dark liquor gives you energy. I ain't rich, but I'm finna be.
Can
Your baby mama's a fool.
feel
She
free to
won't
say
hit you.
no, but can I for 2 minutes
Fuck
express a Pistons concern?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
You cannot.
Shut
Damn.
shut
This
up.
is the day of the NFL draft.
I know.
What is wrong with you,
I know, but my brain works in weird ways.
Yeah.
cousin Chris?
Well,
No! God, please, no! No!
Fair.
Yeah, what the fuck? All right, right here, right now. Who are they taking at 6?
If they stay firm at 6, Detroit Lions will select Jalen Carter, defensive tackle out of Georgia University.
I like it. Flannel Sam?
God, I know you have to kind of separate your head and heart, but you know what? Fuck it. Will Anderson.
Whoa.
They're taking Will Anderson. I am planting my flag. He will fall. The Texans will do something stupid and take Tyree Wilson at 2.
like
Will
it.
Anderson at 6.
I like it. I like it. Chris?
I don't want to answer anymore. No, I'll go with Will Anderson too. I think that's the favorite. That's my favorite scenario.
All right, I'm also going to go with Jalen Carter. Give me Jalen Carter. Do it, please. Please.
You guys want updated draft odds real quick before we go?
Nope. Who are they taking at 18?
At 18, that's way too hard.
Reasonably. Like somebody that would actually be there.
Nice.
Luke Van Ness. I don't fucking know.
Gross.
Bang. I mean, this draft's so hard to predict, even the top 5.
Flannel Sam?
The Lions at 18 will select Joey Porter Jr.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
love that.
I like it. Chris?
It's not gonna happen, but if you're willing Jalen Carter into existence, I'm willing Anthony Richardson at 18 into existence.
Man,
hell yeah.
if that shit comes true, you guys will never hear the end of it.
I'm going with Deontay Banks, cornerback.
I'm not mad at
I like that one too.
Jalen Carter, Deontay Banks.
I
Think
really
that'd
want
be
a corner.
good- Pretty good haul for the Lions of day 1 of the NFL draft.
Will Anderson has now jumped to a minus 180 to go number 2 overall.
Yikes.
So it looks like all that shit was just smoke screens.
Damn.
To be fair, I think if the Texans pick a defensive player and they pass on Will Anderson, that's just malfeasance.
Yeah, it's just absolutely. Yeah, if you take a defensive player and it's not Will Anderson,
Sure, yeah.
and or possibly Jalen
yeah,
Carter,
yeah.
you're fucking. You deserve everything you're gonna get from that pick. Number 3 overall. You want to take a guess from Circus Sportsbook? Who's the favorite?
To the Cardinals,
Yes, or just number 3 overall. Not specific teams. Number 3 overall.
CJ Stroud.
That was gonna be my guess.
Yep, CJ Stroud minus 115. Number 4.
Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Yep. Are you looking at it?
No.
That's
No, it's the Colts.
fuck this, dude. Am I being like crazy? Am I being like I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Delusional and just counting Jalen Carter out for the Seahawks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably right. If Will Anderson truly does go number 2, I could see Carter actually going to the Seahawks. Again, though, I
Who's
just
the
look at
best odds for
size.
number 5? Is it Jalen Carter?
Yeah, I didn't want to say it out loud.
Oh,
Number 6.
man.
Odds have actually gone up on this one since the beginning of the show. Devon Witherspoon to the Detroit Lions. It's minus 200 now.
Yikes.
7, Tyree Wilson. 8, Bijan Robinson. 9, Paris Johnson Jr., Peter Skoransky. And I did just get a text that the Eagles are trying, who they're trying to move up for is Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter, yeah.
Can you imagine they recreated that Georgia defense? Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Nakobe Dean's not breaking the starting lineup, but he's on there.
That would
There
still
somewhere.
be pretty nasty.
Those are the 2 guys that said that kept Jalen on the straight and narrow.
They get Kelly Ringo in the second half.
That'd be wild. That would be wild. All right, Spinny, get us the fuck out of here.
All right, that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping in. Make sure you come join us at 5th Avenue for the draft that starts in about an hour. It's going to be amazing, a lot of fun. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, our guy Flannel Sam filling in on the 1s and 2s. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Jim Carter, please. Peace.